Hello YouTubers, this is Cessnaace. I went by Barnes & Noble today and picked up a number of gaming magazines and volumes of manga. While I was there, picked up a couple of Sudoku books because I'm forever doing Sudoku puzzles. I also went through their DVD section and picked up Season 2 of the Bob Newhart Show. One of these days I'm going to need to do collection videos of all of my TV show box sets, because the number of TV show box sets, especially British television shows, Region 2 DVDs, I have a ton. Okay, first up, British publication from the same publisher as Retro Gamer, Games TM. This is the 100th issue, and interestingly, they are offering it with 100 different covers. Now, this particular Barnes & Noble that I went into had 10 different cover versions available in stock. At $10 a pop, that would have been $100 just to get those that they had in stock. Those are all of the covers available for this issue. Can't imagine anyone actually going to the trouble of collecting them all. Now, one of the things I noticed coming through here, that they do a retrospective over the past 10 years in gaming, and one of the things I saw as I was thumbing through was the Kmart logo under where it says February. Now, I well remember that. It just says that Sega sues Kmart for $2.2 million for unpaid orders. The deal was Kmart had ordered a bunch of Dreamcasts and didn't pay for them. Sega stopped shipping to Kmart and sued them. The BS part of the story is that I went into Kmart at the time and they had an empty shelf and a sign that basically said, Dreamcast out of stock, Sega unable to meet demand. Anyway, one of the cool things about this magazine is its extensive retro section. But this magazine also covers current stuff. It covers games for the PS3, Xbox 360, Wii, PC, iPad, PSP, DS, iPhone, arcade, and retro. Next up, the most current issue of the newly reborn Electronic Gaming Monthly. So excited when this started publishing again, even though they kind of teased us with it for over a year before I actually started seeing them. Now, if they can only bring back Arcade and some of the other gaming magazines that I missed, like Game Fan, that are no longer with us. I picked up Volume 8, Issue 11 of Shonen Jump, and one of these days I'm going to need to talk to the people at Barnes & Noble to see if they can't start stocking Shonen Jump Advanced, because they never have it. They say they can order pretty much anything, so I'll check into that. Now, every time I go to Barnes & Noble, I try and start a new manga series, as well as pick up a number of volumes for a series that I already have, that I started collecting. This time around, I start a series called Fairy Tale. This is published by Del Rey, a division of Ballantine Books. And thumbing through it, one of the interesting things that I noticed is that where companies like Viz Media replaces Japanese honorifics with American honorifics, if there is an equivalent, Del Rey keeps the original Japanese honorifics intact, and in fact some nouns and other things too, and then they'll put an asterisk on that same page underneath the panel in question and fill you in on what it means. But it's just really cool. I think preserving it as close to the original form as possible while still making it readable for somebody who doesn't read Japanese, I think is the way to go. It's hard to find a representative page, especially for a series I haven't even started reading yet. I'm still reading Case Closed, getting caught up on that. This is Volume 2 of Fairy Tale. This series is rated for ages 13 plus. Also picked up the next one I needed for Vampire Knight. This is Volume 4, published by Viz Media. Now, it's sad to read online that Viz Media is cutting back on the number of new titles that they publish because sales are down across the board with all of the manga publishers, and this is true of Japan too. This is rated for older teens. This one is rated for teens. Picked up the next volume that I needed for Shaman King. This is number 6. Very pink cover there. I think somebody needs to give him a bran muffin or something. Okay, the series I'm currently reading, I've gone back and started over rereading the ones that I had read before because it had been some time since I'd read those issues, and I've been picking up the ones that I have been missing. This is the next one that I needed for Case Closed, Volume 14. This is a very popular series in Japan, known there as Detective Conan. There have been over 500 episodes of the anime series. There have been 14 anime films and a live-action prequel. Basically, the premise is that Jimmy Kudo, a high school detective, is on a case. Very graphic the way Volume 1 starts, with a decapitation right off the top. Anyway, the bad guys, Men in Black, inject him with a poison that they think is going to kill him, but it's an experimental drug, and it turns him into a first grader. But he still retains all of his deductive reasoning and knowledge, and so forth. This series has a high body count, kind of reminiscent of the British mystery television series Midsomer Murders, which also has a high body count. Of course, I say high body count, and I'm not finding a body. There's one. Okay, this is Volume 15. Volume 16. And Volume 17. Received an email earlier today from a YouTuber. I have another shipment of anime laserdiscs, courtesy of the collector in Japan, England. The discs originated in Japan, but the collector is in England, and he has sent me another package, which I sent him money for, and so I look forward to that. over 80 bucks worth of manga. One of these days I'll show my collection of TV show box sets. It's staggering. Anyway, until next time, stay awesome.